So I've just finished work. Now, when customers chop and change their order, so there are plenty of times when we're taking orders and people don't want what's on the menu or the specials. Now, chefs take a long time to prepare meals, to make sure all the ingredients, work in harmony with each other, all of that sort of stuff. One thing that's really frustrating, and I don't think customers realize how annoying it actually is when you get these people that, for example, they're like, excuse me, I want to have order the fish, but I don't want what comes with the fish. I want what comes with the steak. So all the stuff that comes with the steak with the fish. You get me? Can't be that hard to understand, right? But instead of the broccoli, I want carrot. And instead of the mashed potato, I want some croutons, something like that. It's like, man, if you want to chop and change your fucking order, stay home and cook it yourself then. There's a reason why the chefs do it the way they do. Okay, look, I know some people say, oh, well, fucking don't get upset, mate. They're coming to eat at your place, so just fucking cook their meal and shut the fuck up. I know some people say stuff like that. And, okay, in a way, I can understand, you got to eat. You got to be happy with what you want to eat. And sometimes it's nice to be cooked something that you really like by someone else. Okay, so I get it. But, honestly speaking, there's a reason why the chefs make it the way that they make it. Because that's their food. That's what they want to showcase. That's what this establishment has for you to try. If you want to cook it, have it made your own way, stay home and make it your own way. Now, 9 times out of 10, they'll be happy with the meal. But you'll be surprised, the people that complain about it then afterwards. Oh, that was shit. They didn't cook the carrot. Man, it didn't go well together. Well, you fucking decided that, you idiot. But then also, when you're busy and somebody does that, do you know how much of it's like throwing a spanner in the works. They're used to making a certain dish a certain way. Then you got to chop and change it up. Now, I get it. If you want steak with salad and chips, but you don't want the chips, you want veg instead. Okay, cool, whatever. You're still having the steak with the salad, you're just altering with veg. Fine. But when you change a whole dish and mix and match it with other dishes, chefs have to read that on the docket. Number one, we have to write it on the docket as you're saying it. So we have to translate it and put it on in words onto a docket. Now, do you understand how confusing it may be to try and write the fish with the steak stuff, but on the steak stuff, blah, 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 blah. It comes out to a fucking essay. But customers don't realize that. They just think that, we can just call them up and tell them. But if they've got 150 meals they have to cook, and yours is the 149th, and we're calling them up then and there saying this, do you think that, that may lead to some error that could be made? I know people say, oh, we should communicate better. But it's not as easy as that. Chefs don't want to have to speak on the intercom or the phones or whatever, or have to have one-on-one, in-person contact with an order that's fucking chopped and changed. And it's not just the chef that has to deal with it. It's the second chef, all the other staff members in the kitchen that do different parts for that dish. They have to know about it as well. So he has to communicate with them. And then also the person that's on the pass, handing the food to the food runners to tell them, hey, go and take it to this table. They have to be aware as well. So if something gets screwed up, it's like a ripple effect. Not like one person gets stuffed up. No, so many people get stuffed up. And 9 times out of 10 in this case, a slight mistake does generally get made. Probably not 9 times out of 10, maybe half. And then the customer gets pissed off. Oh, this is ridiculous, I ordered carrots and I got broccoli. I told that man, I told that girl, I told that person. Why is it not here? Man, shut up. Like, fuck off and eat somewhere else. You chopped and changed the menu, the dish itself. Have some understanding that might have thrown a couple of people. The best thing I could put is that, if you are so used to making a dish a certain way, or if you're used to doing something a certain way, a certain procedure, a certain checklist that you do, and then somebody alters something, and you got to, take a minute to think about it. You know what I mean? Now, I know, nobody can say that in their life that hasn't happened to them before. I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about anything in general you do. Whether it might be like, for example, when you're driving and you have a certain thing that you do when you jump into the car. You put your seatbelt on, you put the keys in, you put your foot on the brake, whatever, you put your foot on the clutch, whatever it may be. If somebody says, no, you can't do that, you've got to do it this way each time you come in the car. Or for this next time you come in the car, don't do it that way. You have to do it this way. You're going to jump in and go, you're going to immediately go for the first thing you do or the second thing you do. You got to think about it. So it's exactly the same. But no, customers don't really understand that, do they? They think, we just tell them they're going to do it. So, if you want to alter the menu, okay, that's okay. But don't completely invent your own fucking dish. That's ridiculous. If you're going to do that, stay home and cook your own food. Because, mate, I guarantee you that if the chefs are busy, they would rather you stay home, to be quite honest with you. But anyway, what are you going to do? The Hospitality Diaries.